Hi guys, I wonder what is going on. Oh my goodness, what happened here? Oh wow, this is why we should always prevent misinformation. Our player base is extremely sensitive to wrongly done, or just very sensitive to just wrong messages. If at the first place the game wasn't called Ultra Evolution, if at the first place that the name wasn't called Ultra Evolution tentatively, maybe all these issues is not going to happen. Maybe those people who hated the game would stop playing the game at the moment because there's nothing to hype about. And unfortunately, because they are a live service, they need to hype it up. They need to use bold words like Ultra Evolution. Version 2 is enough. I think version 2 is fine. However, the time when version 2 come out, everybody still have Ultra Evolution in their minds. That is why everybody is so pissed about this whole issue. At the same time, however, I don't understand why people have aggression, huge aggression against the game. Apparently, somehow, somewhere, there's just going to be somebody just going to take advantage of this fact and just say the worst kind of things possible. I don't understand. Some people even say that the recent headline is as bad as Overwatch 2, like cutting the PvE content. Like, why? Why would you have to go through that length of demeaning a game? They went to the route of, okay, every single patch would have to have 2 AC scratches, and that is the route they are going for at them, because they are profiting a way much more than comparison to like, oh, creating a content for the game. That's very unfortunate, because game industry nowadays always just focus way too much on monetization, and that is where our content is getting ruined by live services. I already stated in the past where games back then, because they cannot connect to the internet, they have to build a complete game from scratch, from 0 to 100, because that's the only way that the players can play the game. But because of the advent of internet and the technologies that come with it, live service was born out of it. And this is the reality that everybody has to live with. And despite all that, I am willing to give New Genesis a pass. I don't really think they deserve all this beating. This is very unfortunate, but let me tell you why I'm siding with them. Number one, they are still the most free-to-play friendly free game I have ever played. The only other game where I can maybe say it's actually better than PSO2 is Deep Rock Galactic, and that's only like one live service game, and it's a survival looter shooter, and it's not even the same genre, to be honest. And that's actually a very good thing, because there's no other games like it. I don't want base PSO2 to just die like this. I don't want New Genesis to just die like this. Because if this game were to disappear from this face of the earth, then all live services would become pay to win. All live services will become terrible. All live services will become Overwatch 2. Do you want that kind of live service? Of course not. That's why I wanted this game to be successful. That is why I don't understand why people are hating on the game just for the fact that the developers are not working hard enough to create the contents. Now, sure, our community manager has told us that the contents that's available in June is now on the August instead. because of delays, because of maybe development issues of coming up with better contents for the version 2. But hey, they still try their best to create something else for us to play with. They still put in the effort to create, the Sonic collab event. They still put in the money to have the Ghost in the Shell collab, okay? Like, I don't really think they are trying to hurt us players at all. They're just trying to pad more time. And unfortunately, people are just like, taking it the wrong way. That's just how business works. I don't really think the developers themselves wanted all this. But if that is their capacity, so be it. Let them cook longer. Just don't attack the game for no reason. Attack the game just because you have waited for so long for any real PSO content at all. Like, let's be real. Modern live service games are not going to be as great as what we all wanted them to be in our hearts. And that's just the reality of it. Unless all these live services are getting profits like, the mobile game genre, like Genshin Impact, or something that is akin to that, they are not going to put in way too much budget into these games because all they wanted to do is low effort and high returns. That is the motto for most live service games. Do you know that? And the fact that they are trying to go into the new era, accelerate the story content, accelerate the delivery of content. We haven't even received the first version 2 patch yet, and everybody is already like, attacking the game. Now, okay, there's only simple solutions for this. Number one, just take a break, guys. Like just take a break. Alright? It's a video game. Play other video games. There's Diablo 4. There's other free-to-play games that's also released at the moment. There's a lot of gacha waifu games that you can play for free and you can just, play them first for fun until you reach to a point where you got bored and you can just stop playing. Like, this studio is trying their best to create whatever content they could in the confines of their game engine. It's not easy to develop a game, and understand that because I've done game development before. And seeing people to just somehow be antagonizing the game because of a certain person at above or something, like why? We shouldn't be so aggressive, you know that? I wish we were this aggressive against games that are very bad. I mean, those are much more successful. Why don't you just went on those games instead? I can't foresee our game becoming something like Redfall. I don't think our game is becoming something like Babylon's Fall. I don't think our game is as bad as the Overwatch 2 currently. I don't think our live service is going to like end of service kind of a standard like Halo Infinite. This is still a way better game in comparison to all those. Because we have an open field, we have our instance content, we have boss fights, we have stories, we have a lore, we have content. Like if all those aren't content, I don't understand what kind of content that you want them to be in your minds. This is just very unfortunate because this game deserves all the praise that it gets because for how bold they wanted to be free-to-play friendly in this whole arena of pay-to-win live services. I'm really glad that they are trying to stand out from all those other games that are trying to nickel and dime you to the ground. That's why I wanted it to survive. It's just my humble little nag on this game. I just wish there will be no more miscommunication. There will be no more stupid aggressions on the game just because the game has not much content at all. please don't be mad at them for reusing assets as well. Because, like, wise, they have been reusing boss styles and assets since like Phantasy Star Online 1. Like, if you look at the certain bosses and the weapons, oh, what about the legendary weapons? Aren't those considered as reuse asset as well? But nobody is mad about them because they are nostalgic. Oh, then suddenly there's this like bias, I guess, which is unfair. A lot of other games also use reuse assets or something like that, you know? Like, do you think all the Dark Souls games have to be rebuilt from ground up again all the time? Especially for their dodge roll animations? Are you seriously considering that, you know, reuse assets are bad when Breath of the Wild and Tears of Kingdom literally have the same overworld but upgraded slightly? But they are still, you know, 10 out of 10 games, unfortunately, huh? So just don't complain about all these small little things. I don't really think the game is that bad in your imagination. For me, I'm just playing the game casually. I don't have any obligation to like stick to the game 100% like an MMORPG. No, even people quit MMORPGs, you know that? There's a lot of people quitting Final Fantasy XIV because of the story being forced onto their gameplay, and they just wanted to play the MMO aspect of the game. There are people who are quitting WoW because there's just no more magic like the past anymore. Then, well, the golden era of MMORPGs is gone already, alright? There is still potential for MMORPGs to be, you know, returning to its greater form, but it will take time. New Genesis, it's just a very casual game. I don't really think they deserve all this crazy hate coming from all these people who are trying to just take this game down. They are already trying their best, and I believe in them, and I just wish people are patient enough. I know we have been waiting for this game to become a greater game for like, I don't know, 2 years, 1 year plus already. At least they are trying to fulfill that. They are not just sitting alone, idling and doing nothing. I don't really think the producer just wanted to let this game die. He's been working on this title for like 21 years. Do you really think he's just doing all that for 21 years for nothing? No. So just believe in them. See what kind of content they come out. In the end, if the game is bad, leave the game. Just play other games. Maybe just stop gaming entirely if you just can't take it, because the whole game industry requires a renaissance or something. That is all from my rant on this whole issue, and I don't really think I wanted to make something like this in such a way that I don't want to have a very negative channel. I don't want to be a drama-inducing channel. That's not what this is about. And this probably is the only time I'll be speaking in this tone. And thank you for watching. For anybody who's actually managed to, you know, get through my whole rant about the game at the moment. I'll just wish you all the best of luck. And please enjoy other games and not force yourself to have a relationship with any games at all. And that's all. Sayonara.